I really wanted to first go into a little bit about the importance of this impeachment trial, but it does underscore the importance of what you're doing here at the University of Maryland Law School. You are going to be the custodians of our legal system as lawyers. We are the pride of the world in our legal system, at least I think we still are. But you need to make sure that our rule of law, that our access to justice remains at the core of the values of this country. And it's under attack. It's under attack globally with the decline of democratic states. For now about a decade, we've seen a steady erosion of democratic countries around the world. It's even happening in places like the United States, where we see backtracking on our commitments to equal justice. So I start by saying thank you for being here. Thank you for being willing to immerse yourself in law, but recognize that you have a communal responsibility. We want you all to do well for yourself, your families, but also pay attention to our country, because we need your activism to make sure that this unique system of government and this really lighthouse for other countries around the world remains strong. What will the Trump impeachment trial stand for? What will it be known for? And I want to acknowledge that in regards to President Trump's conduct and whether his misconduct, and whether that should have been grounds for impeachment or conviction, there'll be debate, and there may be some different views. But the misconduct of the United States Senate, there'll be a unanimous view that the Senate did not carry out its constitutional responsibilities. And that's a sad moment. And the reason is the Constitution is very clear that the Senate needs to conduct a trial. Article 1 of the impeachment states that the president use the power of his office, the ability to provide or release foreign aid to Ukraine, or to have a White House visit for the president of Ukraine with the president of the United States, but condition those release of funds and White House visit on the president of Ukraine announcing a politically motivated trial investigation in Ukraine that would help President Trump in his re-election campaign. Article 2 has different considerations. Article 2 is the obstruction of Congress. And the obstruction of Congress is based upon the fact that this president, the first time in any of the 4 impeachment inquiries that we know about, starting with Johnson, but also including Nixon and Clinton, is the first president to give a blanket refusal to cooperate with Congress. Blanket. No cooperation whatsoever. No accommodations meant. And blocked every subpoena request and a request for testimony in the House of Representatives. Now, the president's lawyers have come up with lots of different reasons. They've come up with, well, they didn't pass a resolution first. There's immunity for certain officials. There's executive privilege for others. Others were denied the right to bring their agency counsel with them. But the bottom line is the facts are pretty clear by the president's own statement. This was not lawyers trying to defend the constitutional rights of the presidency. These were lawyers trying to defend the conduct of the president. When instructed by the president, we're not going to give him anything. And why did he do this? He did this to cover up the facts that are in Article 1. So to me, this clearly is the facts were established. It's an impeachable offense. And it really does damage the ability to have checks and balances in our system. Our framers were very clear that no branch, no person is above the law. No branch has absolute power. The President of the United States is trying to neuter the ability of Congress to carry out oversight of the President. And he's also trying to neuter the courts from challenging what he is doing by challenging Congress's rights even to go to courts to seek enforcement of their subpoenas. So to me, this was kind of an easier factual issue.